Okay, it's eclipse day. Let me check my camera. Let's move it forward a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. It's eclipse day. I have 10% on my phone, but I wanted to move through some moon salutations. So in sun salutations, our mat is like, here's the top of the mat, here's the bottom of the mat, and you move from the top of the mat, you know, up and down the mat. In a moon salutation, your mat is long ways. So we're going to pretend this is my mat, and this is the top of the mat. So in a moon salutation, you're facing the long side of the mat, okay? Inhale, arms rise overhead, interlace the palms, and your pointer finger goes high. We're gonna lateral bend towards the inside of the mat. For me, that's the left. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, lateral bend to the opposite side, the right side. Inhale, up through center. And then we're gonna step it wide with the left leg. And we're gonna sink the heels and toes out, goddess pose, maybe a mudra here with the fingers. And from here, we are going to straighten the legs, reach the arms out, turn the back foot so it's straight with the back of the mat, and then reach that left arm forward and bring that left arm down. Right arm comes high. This is triangle pose. Both of my legs are straight in triangle pose, and there's a long line of energy from my fingertips to fingertips. Inhale where you are, and then we'll cartwheel this top palm down. Frame this front foot and bow down for what we call triangle pose. From triangle pose, we are going to take this back toe, pivot it forward, bend through both knees, lower the back knee, untuck the back toe, arms rise, low lunge. And then from our low lunge, we're going to frame the front foot and then bring the left palm inside and then open the hips up for what we call skandasana. So in skandasana, ideally your heel is on the ground and the opposite heel is up. The left elbow will be inside the knee and hands are at heart center. If this is not accessible for you, that's no problem. Just come to what we call a side lunge. You can drop that foot down to side lunge, okay? I'm gonna drop down to skandasana. From skandasana, as you exhale, you lower the palms to the mat or keep them at heart center, but we're gonna slide to the opposite side of the mat for that skandasana towards the top or that lunge towards the top. Wherever you are, turn and pivot towards the top of the mat. Frame your front foot and lower your back knee down. Untuck the left toes, arms rise, low lunge. And we're gonna flow it through it opposite. So we're gonna frame the foot as we exhale. Tuck those left toes under, lift the left toes, and then straighten the front leg. Bow down for our pyramid pose. And then you're gonna take your right palm to the shin of the right leg, lift the left arm up to the sky, gaze goes high, triangle pose. And then from triangle pose, we're gonna micro bend this front knee to protect it as we rise, heels in, toes out, sink it down, goddess. Beautiful. And from here, we're gonna step to the back of the mat, reach the arms overhead, lateral bend in, inhale up, lateral bend out, inhale up, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Now that is half of our moon salutation. Let's do the other half, arms rise, inhale. As we exhale, lateral bend in, inhale up, exhale, lateral bend out, inhale up. Step it nice and wide with the right leg, sink it down, goddess. Beautiful. From here, we come to triangle pose. So the back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Gazes over the front middle finger. Send the left hips to the back of the mat. Reach forward to the right. Sink that right arm down towards your toes. Left arm goes up high. Triangle pose. From our triangle pose, we'll bring that left arm down to frame the right foot. And then we're going to turn those left toes to face forward as we lower the left knee down and untuck the left toe. Arms rise, low lunge. From this low lunge, We will bring our palms inside of the right arch of the foot and open the hips up for that Skandasana. And once again, you can sink into Skandasana, or if that's not accessible, then it is perfectly fine to come to a side lunge. And then from side lunge or Skandasana, we just scooch it over to the opposite side of the mat. High lunge or Skandasana, wherever you are. So from wherever you are, we're going to turn to face the back knee, frame it, lower the right knee down, untuck the right toes, arms rise. Here we are, low lunge once more. Exhale, frame that left foot. Untuck the right toes, straighten the right leg, straighten the front leg, baby hop forward, bow down, pyramid pose. Both legs are straightened here. We're bowing down, nice stretch through the left calf. Place the left palm on the left shin and lift the right arm up for that triangle pose. And once more, maybe that left palm comes to the ground, or maybe you have a block or your shin. And then from here, from this triangle pose, baby bend into this left knee for protection as we rise up and sink it down into our goddess pose. And from our goddess pose, we'll step to the top of the mat, lateral bend in towards the mat, inhale up, exhale, lateral bend out, inhale up. Hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra and mountain pose. I hope you take a moment today, give that a shot. If I moved too quickly for you, then, play it in a lower speed. But with this eclipse that we're having and this full moon, I encourage you to try a moon salutation today. Thank you.